guys, it's been a while, like a hot minute for a stream. So we've had a lot of stuff going on at the house because we've had like renovations going on, and so we've been having that going on, and just making things a little harder to like stream. I'm currently in the van because my black lab kind of ruined like my air mattress that I sleep on inside the house, and I'm gonna have to get a new water bottle. But yeah, so she kind of destroyed the air mattress, so I'm sleeping out in the van now, which is fine. I have a actual box fan in the van, so I have that going right now, and before I go to bed I'm going to start my other fans. And yeah, we have a Daisy Doo in here. She's my duty. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is pretty much where I left off. Hey baby. Oh, I love you too. Okay, look at this mess. All this blood and sunlight is stirring bright feelings within. You often fantasize about being a true rainbow drinker from your literature. It would be a life of darting between the shadows of persecution and being misunderstood, and of romance. You would drink heavily from its multicolored well, and the hemospectrum would be your wine list preceding the great feast of passion. Surely it couldn't hurt while no one is looking. Kanaya, just a taste. Blah! Kanaya, Meadowwood Moirail. AG, what? Just wanted to know, is your Lucis dead yet? When you then proceed to have the rest of this conversation we already read. Bugging and fussing and meddling through the special and magical union one can only describe as being in moral allegiance with another. At least you guess that's how you would describe it. Maybe troll romance sure is confusing. You will put her out of your mind for a while. It would be hours before you have to connect with her anyway. Might as well pack this thing up and head inside. Oh, what now? What could this guy want? It never ends. Caligula's Aquarium CA began trolling Grim Auxilitrix GA. Can make her talk to me. Do something. Who? You're no good, conniving, fucking backstabbing girl crush, that's who. Overstating our relationship won't make me feel very cooperative. It's paler red than that, okay? Psh. That is a fucking laugh, and you know it. Everyone does, so help me out. Tell her to talk to me. I think she blocked me. You got to. Why do I got to? I don't got to, and every time you take my help for granted, I feel like I've got to a little less. Lay down, baby. Yeah. You got num-num still. Whatever. You are so the village two-wheel device when it comes to auspicing. You can't let a grudge go by. You won't stick your busy stem betwixt, so get with the program, Fussy Fangs. If your slander weren't so predictable, I'd block you too for saying that. Has it occurred to you she may have blocked you because you are very overbearing? I just said that aloud now in your silly accent and had a private moment of enjoyment. Who gives a shit why she blocked me or about my fucking manners? Come on, you've got away with her. I figure if you're going to ostracize any two brain suckers who sneer at each other a funny way, you might as well make it official and be ours, right? Your black solicitation just seems really indecent. What do you want from her anyway? She made me something per a prior arrangement. She will deliver it when we meet in this game, but I don't know what the logistics are yet. I'm trying to connoisseur with her, but she's blowing me off again. Fickle, dirt scraping land hag. What is it? Stupid? What do you think? It's a fucking gizmo to blow up the world or something? Okay, well, not that obviously, but something that will kill all land dwellers. What else would I be after? Can you just for a moment entertain the thoughts of one untouched by megalomania? I hate words. Maniacal derangement, and tell me why I'd want to assist you with that. Well, I'm not going to very well kill you, am I? That would be fucking unconscionable. What kind of friend would I be? Also, speculate for a moment that self-preservation might not be what would sway my decision. Yeah, go ahead and kiss us off, but there'll be blood on your hands. You could either play along as our auspices and do a little meddling like you were fucking hatched to, or watch she and me devolve into fucking full-fledged Christmases, the kind like you don't get once in 10,000 sweeps. You know, that's what it would be. There would be rainbow rivers running through star systems and all nebulizing like liquid fireworks. It will be beautiful and heartbreaking all at once. You should read up on your history instead of pouring through that god-awful sunny rubbish. It's just laborious listening to this. I'm sorry, none of it matters. Yeah, it does. It's important, sorry, but the fate of the race and purity of the bloodline is important. Excuse me for being concerned. I know, but you really should know by now the world will end tonight regardless. Land and sea dwellers alike will all die because of the game we are about to play, and I agree the fate of the race is important, but it's in my hands now. All of ours, really, huh? Well, okay, really? Ordinarily, I'd call bullshit on terrible, stinking BS like that, but I know you don't really lie about stuff unless it's to yourself. But that's why I bother even talking to you. I wouldn't even be here saying any of this otherwise. So, did your clouds tell you that? No, the doomsday scenario is in particular. No, not exactly. I got clouds, but they don't tell me shit. They hide nothing but misfortune and monstrosities. Fucking pain in the ass fucking clouds. So, how do you know then? I have another source. Okay, well, you are jacked tight the fuck into this thing in so many ways, I don't know what to say anymore. Whatever, we will just play and find out, I guess. So, can you tell her to talk to me anyway? No. God damn it. She and me are teammates. We've got to have a powwow or something. You aren't actually on the same team. Fuck. Fine. I get it. I'll step off. You don't want to be our auspice because you don't want to get locked into that sort of relationship with her. I can respect that. No, that's not it. Yeah, it is. Your real feelings run pretty awful ruddy. Methinks everybody knows it. Especially that ass blood car cat. He and me have you so pegged about that it's upright silly, but it's cool. It's totally fine. Don't worry. I'll leave you alone and give you a shot. It's unbelievable her patience. What? Whoa, wait, who? Never mind. Okay, wait. Did she talk to you today? What did she say? Or glub, or whatever. Something about longing to touch you indiscreetly. What? And that she's basically in the scarlet throes for you as deep in the flesh. You don't lie, but you do tease, and I'll transfuse my kick-ass royal blood out with incontinent muscle beast discharge if I won't know when I'm getting hooked. Yeah, she's just a concerned Moirel. Looking out for you, that's all. Oh, fuck. See, I'm telling you, you gotta play your cards right. What do you mean? If you're not savvy about how you define yourself to people, you can just splash into the Moirel zone before you know which way's upwards. It's hard. What? Being a kid and growing up, it's hard and nobody understands. Caligula's Aquarium, CA, Cease Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, GA. Kanaya, return to your room. There is a lot to do before you enter. There will be a lot of people to talk to and help along the way. No, not meddle with or mediate. Help. Damn it, you are very helpful. You have a lot of inside information on what you and your co-players are about to face. You are jacked tight the fuck into this thing in so many ways don't know what to say anymore, and it's not just cloud visions either. You have another source. Kanaya, consult source. In one dream, the clouds pointed you to the address of a server hidden in an obscure pocket of a realm unknowable to mortals. It contains a journal written by a young member of an alien species. She has documented her experience playing the game you are about to play. You can only assume this took place a long time ago. This race is likely ancient, preceding yours by millions of sweeps. Maybe billions. You like to try to imagine the adventures of these players. Were they successful in repopulating their race? Did they manage to protect their matriarch orb and hatch a new mother grub? Could they hold it together, or were they torn apart by the complex social dynamics, the mateships, and moral crossed your mind? Tavros, enter. Having narrowly dodged obliteration, you take your place as the page of breath in the land of sand and zephyr. Loading. I'm still loading. I have nobody to call on my own. Sorry. And in time, Tavros, go outside and look at what I built for you. You are going to flip. Oh, okay. I think this is probably meant to antagonize me. What are you talking about? Look at my beautiful building. Don't you think it's about time someone got a little creative with this game? Maybe. Everyone always wants to do things the boring way. Didn't we have a truce, Tavros, that we would try to be less boring from now on? You don't want to break your truce with me, do you, Tavros? No, great. Now get climbing. Please don't read this as a boring thing, I hope, but it's physically impossible to do that mostly. Man, I knew it. Taurus News is back in action. Why don't you, in like a not boring way, build more inclined surfaces like you did over there? Maybe you could color them with fun colors so you won't think they're boring and get angry at me some more. I built that ramp because we were in a hurry to save your life. Remember, a dead Tavros is even more boring than an alive, and a crippled Tavros by a slim margin. My stairs structure is lovely and I'm not changing it. Now hop out of your wheel device and get climbing. Climbing or crawling, whatever. Stop being so helpless. It's pathetic. It will take a long time. What's the rush? You're in the game, safe and sound, like in the sky. Do you see any meteors? I sure don't. But there are imps around and I'll be sort of defenseless, lying down on stairs. Time. You did not just use that excuse. We both know you could commune with these things. Hey, why don't you physically command them to carry you up? Oh my god, that is a great idea. Once again, leave it to Vriska to come up with the creative solutions. I wouldn't really want to make them do that. I just don't understand why we can't do this the easy way. What good would that do you? Whatever the purpose of this game is to make you work hard for it. That way you become stronger along the way and you are better prepared for whatever's next. Remember when we used to flarp together? It was the exact same principle, and that's why you were always outmatched. You were too soft and not well prepared. Nothing comes easy, Tavros. This is why we go through the trials of the brooding caverns when we are young. To make sure we are strong when we come out. Do you remember the trials, Tavros? Not very well, no. Well, I do, and they were a bitch. But now that I think about it, it would make perfect sense if your trials were really easy by some mistake. That is why you're such a soggy phlegm sponge, and why you get picked by a sad, frail little Lucis. Face. But that's okay. It's probably wasn't your fault, just a bad break. You're lucky you have me as a server player so I can challenge you and help you get strong. Now hop out of the sea and get climbing. I will deliver the device to you once you are at the top. Climb, pupa, climb. Maybe I should ask Tinkerbell about this. He's really smart now that he could talk. No. You don't need help from your lame bull fairy. He is only holding you back. He's my friend. God, pathetic. This is getting frustrating. Why did I have to get stuck with the cripple? Just my luck. Do you have any idea how inconvenient this is? Do you have any sympathy for what I am dealing with here? You're so inconsiderate. You just sit there looking smug. It's infuriating to look at you. You haven't even thanked me. I apologize for that matter. Thanks, Vriska, for saving my life. It sure was brave and heroic and pretty of you. Also, I'm sorry from the bottom of my nook. Seriously, how hard would that have been? Okay, thanks, I guess, but sorry for what? For being crippled, you ask? You want me to apologize for being paralyzed? Yes, say you're sorry. I don't mean to be rude or boring, but that's ridiculous given the circumstances. Bullshit. It's something called basic decency and civility. You fudge blood bore. Now get down on your useless wobbly knees and apologize. No, I don't want to. The gall. The audacity. Apologize, pupa, apologize! Say you're sorry for being a cripple. Whee! Tavros, summon Rufio. Now she's done it. She has awoken the mighty inner fury that is Rufio! But unfortunately, Rufio is not real. He's imaginary, a fake, like a made-up friend the way fairies are. You continue to be sad and alone. Vriska, whee! Ka-dunk. Can I mediate? Hey, what's your deal? Shouldn't you be helping me out of this jam instead of fussing with my plumbing? Just presenting a floating reminder that Tavros will need plenty of inclined surfaces for his ascent. That's silly. I made so many ramps you wouldn't even believe it. I specifically decided I wanted to build something ugly and boring. It is now the land of ramps and yawns. He's reported otherwise. That lousy snitch. Maybe I should take his computer away so he can't go crying to Fussy Fangs anymore. Maybe I should upend this load gaper over your head. No, don't. I'm still learning the interface. It could happen accidentally at any moment. I'm only trying to help him. Think of another way to help. Fine, I'll do something nice. I have an idea. I'll be right back. And for the record, I'm going to do this anyway. I was going to do this anyway. I was just trying to make him a better player first. Okay, in the meantime, how about I serve my client player the way I think is best and you do the same for yours? I thought I was. Vriska, scurry downstairs. One moment. Drinky. Labs decided to do the things and crash. We do have a lot of rain coming through in the lovely state of Florida. Also, just in case anybody was wondering, yes, I am getting vaccinated. I'm getting my second dose on the 16th, so I'm pretty excited. I'm getting vaccinated on behalf of, my aunt who has health issues, and her friend who's also elderly, so that's why I'm getting the vaccine. I'm just waiting on my second dose, which I'm getting the Monday. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, let's get back to this. You make your way down to one of your innumerable loot strongholds where you stash riches and gold and jewels and prizes plundered during your campaigns. There they are, your rocket boots. You must confess you will find favor with just about any kind of footwear as long as it's bright red. You would wear these striking boots even if they were broken pieces of junk. But as it happens, they work just fine and they are awesome. Vriska, take them. Vriska, go back up. Quit cleaning up after me. You are so ridiculous. Vriska, get code. Pshoes! Vriska, send code. Tavros, alchemize. Tavros, fly, pupa. Fly! And again in time, Tavros, lead a fearsome entourage into ruins. Tavros, confer with teammates. Yes, another piece fits. We are making some strict progress in this puzzle. Oh, that's cool, I guess. So, where do you think is the next one? I don't know. Probably buried in the stupid sand somewhere like all the others. Okay, that's mostly what I was thinking too, but it suddenly doesn't sound like you think this puzzle is cool. The puzzle sucks. All these puzzles suck. If I have to help you put one more dumb slate of boring rock into another stupid wall indentation, I am going to put in an indentation in my desk with my face. But it looks like a frog, and that's kind of fun. Snore, these puzzles are for wrigglers. I solved the way better puzzles than this in my heyday as Mindfang. Oh, look, some ruins. Oh, look, another mysterious recess in the wall. I wonder if something fits in there. It probably just opens a secret passage to more wall indentions. I am so over this puzzle. Oh, but they are necessary to solve, aren't they? To find magic artifacts and things and learn more about the lore of this land. Tavros, let you in on a little secret about the lore of your land. It's boring. Sad face. The minds of your consorts are very soft and impressionable. As easily manipulated as all those imps you've been bossing around, I have picked apart their tiny little lizard brains and seen through all the smoke and mirrors of their riddles. I've gotten to the truth they are guarding, the great big mystery behind this planet. And you know what it is, Tavros? No, it's bullshit, meaningless, boring, fanciful bullshit wrapped in flowery poems to keep you guessing. It all leads to one thing anyway, and and that's what we should put our attention on. Real gamers cut to the chase. They power through all the nonsense and go for the gold. They cheat, Tavros. It is time you learn to start cheating. I thought I kind of was cheating by making friends with monsters. Well, it's a good start. You are bending the rules and getting stuff done. Okay, I will admit I'm fairly impressed with your progress so far. Even though you still probably haven't even killed a single enemy. No, don't bother. I know you haven't, but maybe that's okay. Maybe it's just your style, and your real strength is surrounding yourself with allies who are much stronger than you, like me. I am sure there is more than one way up the etch ladder. In your case, probably the only way is to roll gently up the etch ramp. The path of the invalid. Yeah, I agree, but I think it's time to stop fucking around. You need to be challenged more. I have been designing a quest for you that should test your true limits. Is that what you were doing all this time? Yes, I mean, not that I don't appreciate it, but don't you have your own quest to do? Yeah, well, after she got me in the game, Kanaya just left me in the lurch, probably because she's dealing with her own crisis now. Which is just as well because I was starting to get nannied hard. You wouldn't even believe it. Nannied? So I had some time to kill. I drew you a map. Whoa, here, take a look. It marks what will be your new destination, where you will find the ultimate challenge. More boring puzzles, ignore them. Go to 7th gate here. Where does it go? I have determined from your consort that this is where a terrible monster that there is a terrible monster deep underground. It guards a hoard of treasure bigger than either of us can imagine. It is called a denizen, and it is the boss of your whole planet. Tavros, you will go and face your denizen. Won't that be too difficult? It will be the most powerful adversary you have ever met, but you can handle it. I believe in you. Thanks. I mean, I respect that you have a lot of piratey bravado about stuff, and you type fast about it, but I think this is foolish and not sensible. I will probably just get killed, realistically. Maybe that is the risk you take by being a brave adventurer. But if it is a good opportunity to apply your cunning, maybe you can rally a huge army to bend to your will and overwhelm the monster. Who knows? It's up to you. This is it, Tavros. It's time to sink or swim. I'm sorry, Daisy Doo, I moved. I should get Kanaya's advice, or maybe Karkat, since he is the leader. No, Oh God, every time, always going and getting to others to bail you out. Anyway, Kanaya is missing in action, and Karkat has his head up his nook with his new stabby hate friend. Neither can help you. It's just hard to figure out if you really think this is a good idea strategically, or if it's just more of the thing where you harass me but sound excited about it. Tavros, I know nobody believes me about this, probably not even a gullible dope like you, but I actually care about your advancement as a player. Everything I've done has been to make you stronger, okay? I still don't know what to believe about that. Ugh, you are useless. I'm done talking about this. Now shut up and point that cherry vehicle of yours towards the X on the map. Next stop, Gate 7, let's go. This isn't optional. You know very well that I can make you go to that gate, whether you want to or not, but I would rather it not have to come to that. What will it be? Advance or advance? Okay, I will go. Oh, and one last thing. Equip your boy Skylark outfit. This will be Pupa's last stand. Sit. Ha ha ha. Tavros, point cherry vehicle toward X on map. You proceed through what seems to be your second gate into the land of maps and treasure. The thief of light lies in wait. Vriska, wake up. Oh my, it appears Pupa Pan himself has flown through your window while you were asleep. How exciting. Surely he is here to take you away on the adventure of a lifetime. He is more dreamy and heroic than you have ever imagined. But what's this? It seems the legendary boy Skylark has misplaced a shadow. He is looking everywhere for it to no avail. He is having a devil of a time, what with being paralyzed from the waist down and all. He clearly needs your help. Vriska, help Pupa find Shadow. Pupa, you truly are a silly goose. Your shadow has been trapped underneath your useless torso the whole time. Honestly, where else would it be, you stupid sack of shit? Of course, the secret to reuniting with your shadow is to get up and walk around and play and dance and frolic. Your shadow will surely join in your gaiety. But it appears Pupa has lost the use of his legs. There will be no frolicking in this young man's future unless... Vriska, apply special stardust. Everyone knows that just a pinch of special stardust along with a happy thought will allow any boy to get up and walk again. Everyone knows this because it is in the classic tale Pupa Pan. Young Pupa flies through the window of a fairy girl's respite block, falls on the floor, and has trouble getting up like an enormous pansy. The fairy girl then helps him walk again, and in return he teaches her to fly. Even though she probably already knows how to fly, because she's a fairy. They fly out of her window together and have magical adventures for many sweeps thereafter. To be honest, you hardly know a damn thing about Pupa Pan, but you do not care. Pupa remains as pathetic and useless as ever. The stardust did nothing, probably because it is just glittery powder with no magical properties whatsoever, and is basically bullshit. Because in case it wasn't clear, magic isn't real and neither are miracles, or it could just be that Pupa has failed to have happy thoughts. Your duty is clear. You have to make him have happy thoughts. Vriska, make Pupa have happy thoughts. Smoochy bitchy. Dump. Manipulate. You will love me. I love you. Slump. Kanaya, deal with your own crisis. Crisis resolved. It was no doubt harrowing and suspenseful. But in the meantime, you have left your client player in the lurch. Ideally, she has not gotten herself into too much trouble, and ideally the dramatic irony has not gotten so thick you could draw a dotted line on it with a tube of lipstick and cut it in half with a chainsaw. Kanaya returned to serving client. So that's why she had you make this dress for her. And you just went along with it like a sucker. Ugh, you are such an idiot. Mother Sprite, there's there, sweetheart. Kanaya, it's hard. Being a kid and growing up, it's hard and nobody understands. Try to understand. The problem is that when the subject of troll romance is broached, our aspiring human intelligence instantly assume the most integrating posture of surrender imaginable. But we will do our best to understand regardless. Humans only have one form of romance, and though we consider it a complicated subject spanning a wide range of emotions, social conventions, and implications for reproduction, it is ultimately a superficial slice of what trolls consider the full body of romantic experience. Our concept of romance, in spite of its capacity to fill our art and literature and to rule our individual destinies like little else, is still just that, a single linear concept, a concept usually denoted with a single symbol, heart. Troll romance is more complicated than that. Troll romance needs 4 symbols. Their understanding of romance is divided into halves and halved again, producing 4 quadrants: the flesh quadrant, the caliginous quadrant, the pale quadrant, and the ashen quadrant. Each quadrant is grouped by the halves they shared, either horizontally or vertically, depending on the overlapping properties one examines. The sharpest dichotomy from an emotional perspective is drawn between red romance and black romance. Red romance, comprised of the flushed and pale quadrants, is a form of romance rooted in strongly positive emotions. Black romance, with its caliginous and ashen quadrants, is rooted in the strongly negative. On the other hand, the vertical bifurcation has to do with the purpose of the relationship, regardless of the emotions behind it. Those quadrants are the concuspent. The flushed and caliginous have to do with facilitating the elaborate reproductive cycle of trolls. Those which are conciliatory, the pale and ashen, would be more closely likened to platonic relationships by human standards. There are many parallels between human relationships and the various facets of troll romance. Humans have words to describe relationships of a negative nature or of a platonic nature. The difference is, for humans, those relationships would never be conceptually grouped with romance. Establishing those sort of relationships for humans is not driven by the same primal forces that drive our tendency to couple romantically. But for trolls, those primal forces involve themselves in the full palette of these relationships, red or black, toward or friendly. Trolls typically feel strongly compelled to find a balance in each quadrant and seek gratifying relationships with that each describes. The challenge is particularly torturous for young trolls who must reconcile the wide range of contradictory emotions associated with this matrix, while understanding the nature of their various romantic urges for the first time. Of course, young humans have this challenge too, but for trolls, the challenge is fourfold. Examine flesh quadrant. When 2 individuals find themselves in the flesh quadrant together, they are said to be matesprits. Matespritship is the closest parallel to the human concept of romance trolls have. It plays a role in the troll's reproductive cycle just as it does for humans. It is pretty obvious, not much more needs to be said about this. Moving right along. Examine caliginous quadrant. Another pair of adversaries delve into this into this quadrant, they become each other's Kismesis. As one of the concupiscent quadrants, it plays a role in procreation as well. There is no particularly good human translation for this concept. The closest would be an especially potent arch rivalry. For instance, human players would never be able to adequately diagnose the relationship between the queen and her arch-agent, but troll players could immediately place it as a dead ringer for Kismetude. They would think that we're all pretty stupid for not getting it, and they would be right. Trolls have a complicated reproductive cycle. It's probably best not to examine it in much detail. The need to seek out concupiscent partners comes with more urgency than typical reproductive instincts. When the Imperial drone comes knocking, you had better be able to supply genetic material to each of his fillet pals. If you have nothing to offer, he will kill you without hesitation. The genetic material, without going into much detail, is a combinative genetic mix from the Matespritz and Kismes pairs, respectively. The pales are all offered to the mother grub, who can only receive such pre-combined material. She then combines all of it into one incestuous slurry and begins her brooding. This doesn't mean the initial combination was for naught. However, in the slurry, more dominant genes rise to the fore, while the more recessive find less representation in the brood. Especially strong Matespritz and Kismes pairings yield more dominant genetic material. The more powerful the complement or potent the rivalry. The more dominant the genes. Troll reproduction sure is weird. We'll take a moment to lament how pedestrian the human reproductive system is, and further lament that the phrase incestuous slurry is not a feature of common parlance in human civilization. Examine Ashen Quadrant. This quadrant involves a particular type of three-way relationship of a black romantic nature. Falling on the conciliatory side, it has no bearing on the reproductive cycle, except for indirect ramifications. When two trolls are locked in a feud or some otherwise contentious relationship, one can intervene and become their auspice. The auspice mediates between the two, playing the role of a peacekeeper, preventing the feud from boiling over into a fully caliginous rivalry. Since such lesser feuds are quite common among trolls, there is a significant need for auspicing parties. Without them, too many ashen feuds would become caliginous and begin to conflict with other exclusive Kismes relationships, leading to a great deal of social complexity and sore feelings, even more so than black romance usually involved. Without auspicism, the result would be widespread black infidelity. The relationship each quadrant describes tend to be more malleable, if not volatile, especially on the concupiscent half, where more torrid emotions reside. It doesn't take much to flip a switch and transmute black rom feelings to red rom, and vice versa. In many cases, one party will have red feelings while the other has black, but it will often be the case that one party's feelings would swap to match the other, since there is no quadrant which naturally accommodates such a disparity. But thereafter, it's not uncommon for the two to toggle between red and black in unison now and then. These scenarios naturally result in both red and black infidelities. This sort of relationship volatility is why conciliatory relationships are an important part of troll romance. Hold up. I need a drinky drink. An auspice can stabilize particularly turbulent relationships if the auspice fails to mediate properly, or has no interest in the role, or perhaps the different romantic intentions him/herself altogether. Then the relationship often quickly deteriorates into one of an especially hostile and torrid nature. There are many outside factors and influences tugging and pulling these relationships in different directions, and unlike humans, who have very orderly, simple, straightforward romantic relationships, without exception, trolls exist in a state of almost perpetual confusion and generally have no idea what the hell is going on. Being confused by troll romance relationships is one thing we do have in common, though. Examine Pale Quadrant. This quadrant presides over legions. The other conciliatory relationship, or a reasonable human translation, would be the concept of a soulmate, but in a more platonic sense and with a more specific social purpose. Trolls are a very angry and violent race. Some are more hot-tempered and dangerous than others, to the extent that if left to their own devices, they would present a serious threat to society or even to themselves. Such trolls will have an instinctive pale attraction to a more even-tempered troll who may become their moirail. The moirail is obliged to pacify the other to function as the better half. The two partners in a strong relationship will serve to balance and complement each other's emotional profiles, and thus allow their other relationships to be more successful. It's often ambiguous, especially among young trolls, whether a bond formed between an acquaintance is true moirailians, or the usual variety of platonic involvement. Furthermore, romantic intentions of a more flushed nature can often be mistaken for paler leanings, such to the frustration of the suitor. But some pale pairings, as the one above, will be strikingly obvious to all who know them. And yet others will seem to have been hatched for each other. Wait, more troll romance exposition, please. God, you just can't get enough of this, can you? That would have been a great point for a transition out of this illustrated sociological study. But okay, if you insist. Now, see what's going on? It's a perfect example when the full matrix of troll romance is in action. We have, hey, why don't you figure it out? You should be an expert in all of this by now, anyway. Later on, our troll hero will try to explain this to our human hero, attempting to convey all the nuance of troll romance through a nearly verbatim reconciliation of the preceding experts. He will try to describe how rich and textured the troll romantic comedies are compared to the one-dimensional shidlock of our human cinematic counterparts. He would barely scratch the surface of troll Will Smith's virtuosity with the delicate lattice of troll romance, as he would assist the bumbling, fudge-blooded troll Kevin James through the interwoven mind-field briar patch of red rum and black rum entanglements, all the while sifting through his own prickly romantic situation and ultimately learning the true meaning of hate and pity. But would they succeed before the Imperial drone came knocking with his thirsty pails at the ready? Yes, they would. But John didn't understand any of this because he's a moron, and he wouldn't shut up about his awful bullshit Earth movies. He would just go on and on and on about that garbage. But if there was a one theme to be hammered through his thick skull, it would be that the troll's culture preoccupation with romantic destiny. Yes, the romantic landscape is rife with false starts and miscuses and infidelities red and black, but every troll believes strongly that each quadrant holds one and only one true pairing for them, and it is just a matter of time before the grid is filled with auspiciisms, matchups through the mysterious channels of troll serendipity. In short, their belief is that for each quadrant there exists a pair or a triad of trolls somewhere in the cosmos that were made for each other. Wow, another great transition. You wonder if it will stick this time. You have no choice but to take a stab at the rare and extremely dangerous two-time transition combo. Attempt two-time transition combo. Looks like it works. So who is this guy anyway? Enter name. Your name is Aridin Empora. Aridin, do something awesome. Wait for it. Wait. There she blows. Blam. No, Moby Dick. Fish food. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to hold up. Here. Looks like it worked, so who is this guy anyway? Enter name. Your name is Aridin Empora. Aridin, do something awesome. Wait for it. Wait. There she blows. Swoop. Kaboomy. Fish food. Okay, this guy is pretty much squared away. What about her? Your name is Feferi Pexis. Feferi, do something adorable. Whee! Swim, swim. Nom, nom, nom. Feferi, go home. That should keep her quiet for a while, at least until she dies. Aridin, go home. That should keep her happy for a while and make a freshly orphaned troll somewhere pretty sad. Aridin, examine block. You conveniently return to your respite block so that we may study your variety of interests. This was very considerate of you. Flowing through your veins is nearly the richest blood the hemospectrum has to offer. A penultimate on the scale. As such, you are a sea dweller, a subrace of troll distinct from the commoners by the mutation and habitat. A caste which rules over the entire species, but ruling in your view is not enough. You have an overpowering genocide complex and have made it your sworn duty to kill all land dwellers. You have amassed resources and deadly weaponry from all around the world for this ambition through many sweeps of extreme role-playing, while pursuing a working doomsday device which will bring Armageddon to all those on the surface. Haven't had much luck with that, but maybe tonight's your night. You hold a fascination for military history and legendary conquerors. You have dubiously modeled your profile and exploits after the most notorious figures in their stories, which are bristling with the glory of victory and the string of defeat and political machinations and romantic intrigue. It is an image that you are careful to craft through exaggerated emotional theatrics, and your penchant for mass murder notwithstanding, people tend to regard you as a bit of a tool. You also like magic, even though you know it to be fake. Like a made-up friend, the way wizards are. Made-up, make-believe, fakey fake fakes. It's still fun, though. Your trolling tag is Caligulus Aquarium, and you speak with a very weird and sort of wavy-sounding accent. You hold off on doing anything for the moment on account of courtesy to fellow royalty. The fairy examined block. On the subject of courtesy, you have also returned to your block so we can get a better look at you again. Quite considerate. Royalty sure is civilized. Hey, look, it's an iPad. Sorry. You are also a sea dweller. You have the most noble blood possible. The only of your kind known to possess it, and the only to share it with Glegblog, a deep-sea monster also known as the Rift's carbuncle, emissary of the horror terrors, are in more hushed tone speaker of the vast glove. This makes you the heir apparent for Alternian rulership, which ordinarily would place you in considerable jeopardy. Her imperious condescension would steer the flagship from the fleet and make an attempt on your life herself, if not for the protection of your monstrous Lucis. If not forewarned of your race's extinction by the whispers of that Lucis, you would have big plans for the throne. All the plans, all of them. You would redefine what it means to be cold in troll society. Under your rule, it would mean caring for the unfit and infirm rather than exterminating them, and you have put this idea into practice by culling the fauna of the deep. You tend to wild and beautiful aquatic hoof beasts, grooming and feeding them daily. You capture and cage cuttlefish by the thousands for their own good, and also because they are funny and colorful and you love them. They often swim through the bars in their cages, but that is fine. You run your whole palace as a sort of wildlife adoption facility, even if the wildlife's need for care is dubious at best, and the practice really just amounts to an elaborate role-playing scenario. It is still fun, though. You would also look forward to using your reign to unite the two races. You were told you would do this one day by your Lucis, even if it does contradict her message of extinction. Oh well, you suppose not all prophecies can come true. Your troll tag is Cuttlefish Kohler, and you have a hard time not getting really excited about practically everything. What will you both do? Aridin and Feferi, do something random. Yes! Fuck yeah! Hell fucking yes! Aridin bothered Feferi. Oh man. Caligula's Aquarium CA began trolling Cuttlefish Kohler CC. Fef, hey, question mark, glub? Glub. Smiley face, yeah, What is it? What? I was wondering if you could forgo it. If you can forgo the exaggerated emotional theatrics for once and actually tell me what's on your mind. Nothing's on my mind. Why can't I just fucking talk and glub at you for a reason I don't have? Face. Well, fine, but you don't want to hear it. Yes, I do. We are supposed to talk to each other. That is what moirails are for. Ugh. Whatever. Glub. Sigh. Will you take the chip off your nub and tell me what's the matter? Yeah, well, okay, since we are the palest of pals a guy could ever ask for, I will tell you, even though you will only humor me as usual since you don't agree with my agenda. Any of my agendas, really. None of the agendas, none of them. Are you fretting over another one of these dumb contraptions? See, more condescension. Are you going to make a hell of an empress? No, I am not, but that is besides the point. None of your plots to kill the land dwellers ever work. Now, and every doomsday device you get your hands on turns out to be a piece of junk. So I gotta keep trying. That's how all of the great military masterminds become great, through upright perseverance. I think deep down you stack these plots against you so you fail because you know it's wrong. It isn't wrong. I'm not going to explain it to you again. At this point, all you need to know is it's important to me and I'm doing it for us. I mean our kind. Nobody understands, not even you. This is the last time I will say this. We are not better than anybody. Glub. Psh, hemospectrum begs to differ. If you are sickened by them, as you say, why do you spend so much time on land? You can't have the sort of affinity for our kind that you profess if you only spent a few days underwater maybe in your whole life. Whatever. I have to keep an eye on them up here. It's all about tactics. So what about your friends? Do you ever think about them, if they are beneath you, or that beneath you, then they have to die too? I know you like talking to some of them. You say you hate them, but I think you are pretending. History is full of cases where conquerors consort with members of the enemy in a mannerly way before wiping them out, even going as far as growing fond as some. It's all civilized. I have a fishy feeling that the stupid doomsday machine thing is just another excuse to consort with someone in particular. All your feelings are fishy. Face. Glub, 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 glub. Face. Don't you glub in that tone of glub with me, mister. I'll glub in whatever dumbass bubbly sounding fish noise I want to glub. Oh shit. You are angling for so much trouble now. Okay, please, let's not get into this whole fucking fish pond thing again, okay? Like, we get it, we are nautically themed. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she ignores me. I guess she's just bored with me. We had it all set up for her to give me this thing tonight that probably doesn't even work. But yeah, maybe that wasn't the point. I mean, you think we have a pretty good rivalry going on, or at least had. It was pretty fucking bitter and contentious for a while there, and there was some good chemistry. I don't know what happened. I guess I wouldn't really know. Sometimes people just drift away, I think, or just aren't into the quadrant as the other wants to be. So you really think your feelings for her run that dark? It doesn't matter, like I said, if she's bored shitless. I guess I'm not as good an adversary as I thought. That is so ridiculous. Any girl would be lucky to have a kismet as diabolical as you, especially that one. Who knows what her problem is? She has issues. Well, okay, thanks for saying so. You know, I'm not sure why we never talked about our romantic aspirations. We should more often. It's kind of exciting. Shrug, probably because you fill your gossip quota with your nubby horned bro. You leave nothing left to talk about with your dear sweet Moirail. We are supposed to help each other with that stuff too, remember? Maybe seems kind of odd though. Your stupid fishy face is what's odd. Have you ever thought about that? Well, fine, well, these are my stupid feelings. What about yours? Seems to me like you get along too well with everybody to be harboring any black sentiments. Yeah, I can't think of anybody I feel that way about. Maybe I'm just not old enough to have those feelings. Yeah, we are still pretty young, you know. Yeah, so, okay. Those are your black leanings. What about red? Aridin? Oh God. Is there a lucky lady you're waxing scarlet for? Our lucky fellow? Tell me, don't pretend you're all embarrassed suddenly. Okay, Fef, this is none of your damn business. Face. I gotta go. I'll be back later when it's time to play. Cliggulus, Aquarium, CA, Sea Trolling, Cuttlefish, Kohler, CC. Airden, go get a beverage. Another emotionally exhausting conversation, too many feelings and problems. It couldn't be any clearer to you. You and the Sea Princess have splashed down hard into the Moirail zone, and now you don't Now you don't know which ways upward. Perhaps tonight you will reveal your true feelings toward her and end these exaggerated emotional theatrics once and for all. One way or another. You need a stiff drink, but not this, Will. You're not that desperate. Aridin, check fridge. You pay a visit to what the common land dwellers refer to as a thermal hall, instead of the more aristocratic and especially esoteric and alien-sounding term, a refrigerator. Oh, let's lay down. Aridin, open it. A bunch of unbelievably shitty ones tumble out. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. Sounds like a bro. But Fairy, get a beverage. Another emotionally exhausting conversation. Too many feelings and problems. That guy, talk about a high-maintenance Moira. Perhaps tonight you will reveal your true feelings toward him and these exaggerated emotional theatrics one way or another. You need a sugary drink. Underwater. Psst. This is stupid. For Fairy, disarm. You decide to unwind and take your mind off the drama for a while before starting the game. You nearly forgot this is going to be an exciting night. Everything you are about to do next is exciting. It is always exciting. You are excited. You unequipped dons on and a golden double calling fork, a legendary weapon reserved for royalty and generally only used for ceremonial purposes. Aridin, disarm. You equip Abba's crosshairs, which is yet another legendary weapon, about as powerful as your kind apparatus will allow. You plundered it from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. It was the same old Gamblin's ship from which your accomplice at the time also plundered a set of extraordinarily powerful dice. You almost feel sorry for the adversaries you will face tonight. They will likely pose neither team much challenge at all, unless one of the links in the prototyping chain includes something especially huge and monstrous. But really, what are the odds of that happening? Aridin, bother Vriska, on the subject of your old accomplice / rival, you guess you'll try talking to her one more time, even though you know she won't answer. You know she is bored shitless with you and your drama. You are almost starting not to care about the stupid doomsday device, which probably won't even work. She probably knows you know it won't work. She has probably put all the pieces together and knows it was an elaborate ruse to be in cahoots with her again. And she went along with it, playing you for a chump. You are such an idiot. Yeah, see, no answer. Bored shitless, just like you thought. She has much hotter irons in the fire than you these days. But it wasn't that long ago you were the hottest iron at the height of your prowess as sea grifters. Marquez, Mindfang, and Orphaner Dolscard were in alliance and unmatched terror, and competition unbridled tempest. Either way, spoils were typically traded and shared. No levels were left for anyone else to gain. None of the levels. She will have the victims of your conquest walk the plank, while you would reap the custodial spoils. And while yet another partook not in revelry but necessity. She had to keep her fed, to keep her calm, to keep her terrible voice down. If she were to rise it above a whisper, trolls would begin dying first, the lesser bloods, those more physically susceptible, are psychically susceptible. If she raised it to a shell, all on the planet would die, land and sea dwellers alike. And if she were ever to really to get really upset, she might release the vast glove. A psychic shockwave would exterminate every troll in the galaxy. In truth, it would be all too easy to solve the land dweller problem once and for all. You just need to lighten up on the feeding schedule for a while. Maybe you'd be a little too busy to bother with that hassle for once. Or maybe you could happen to be off your game for a spell. It happens, even to the best sometimes. But nah, it would make her upset. More emotions, more problems. That's all you need. Sometime later, the Witch of Life takes her place in the land of dew and glass. The fairy, report to Eridan. Cuttlefish Crawler CC began trolling a Cligulus aquarium. Whee! Fef, are you in? Yeah, that took forever. I was getting worried, kinda. Yes, it was a pretty close call, but got kind of complicated. But Solux finally came through, and now I believe the full chain is complete. Man, that guy, he's a fucking drama machine. It's fucking pathetic. Your stupid fishy face is the drama machine that does nothing but whine and glub. Fuck, sorry. Anyway, you shouldn't say that about him. He is a hero, and he saved my life. Yeah, sorry. I was just really worried and stressed out. I thought you were dead, and I didn't even get to thank you for saving my life or really for anything. And I just spent all this time here worrying and thinking about stuff, and I decided I have something I want to tell you that I've been meaning to get off my note for a while now. Oh, really? That's good, actually. I have something I've been meaning to tell you, too. Whoa, really? What is it? Go first. Okay. But this isn't easy to say. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Maybe I will understand more than you think. We might even be saying the same thing. Okay, I hope so. I think now that we are both in the game and have left our world behind, and you can no longer pose the danger to our people that you had always planned to, I think it is not really necessary for me to be your monorail anymore. Whoa, wait, what? I know, I'm really sorry, Eridan. It has just been so hard looking after you and keeping you out of trouble. It has taken its toll, and honestly, I'm really exhausted. Fuck, this isn't what... I don't know. I wasn't expecting this at all. I'm not sure I can handle this. I'm sorry. It will be best for the both of us. We can just sort of be regular friends instead. No, please don't. Look, I'm being serious here. Don't do this. I didn't even use my weird accent while I type. Okay, so you know I'm being really dead serious and honest about this. Okay, I'm being serious and honest too. See? Okay, good. Are you sure you aren't being hasty about this? You've just been through a lot. I mean, we are supposed to be fated Moirels, aren't we? Isn't that how it works? You can't just throw all that away because you're sick of me. I'm not sick of you, Eridan. I still really like you. In order to be destined for Moirelgence, both people have to be on board, don't you think? But I can't do it anymore, so I think it just wasn't meant to be all along. And really, you just don't need me anymore. You are free to do as you wish. We both are. I can't look after you anymore. I don't ever need anyone to look after me. I was totally fucking fine. My ambitions were noble and really none of your fucking business, quite frankly, Your Majesty. And the only reason I put up with sticking my flipper in the fucking shithole quadrant with you was what? Never mind. Tell me. Okay, fine. I apologize for losing my shit over this. I was just caught off guard is all. But maybe it's a good thing, really. Actually, I might have been proposing the same thing, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Fef, have you thought about, since you don't want to be pale with me no more, the possibility some other type of arrangement or with me? What do you mean? I mean something in a bit more kind of reddish, like brighter red. No, I hadn't thought about that. Okay, well, what do you think about it now that you're thinking about it? I really don't know about that. Why not? I thought you said you liked me. I do, but I don't know if it's really in that way. Couldn't it be, though? Don't you think there's room in your collapsing and expanding bladder-based aquatic vascular system for those feelings? I never had a chance to consider anything like that. I have just spent all my time worrying about you and trying to keep you from killing everybody or hurting yourself. It took all of my energy. I don't think I have anything left for those feelings either. Oh, God, what? I am the biggest fucking idiot that who have ever lived. I can't believe I just opened up to you like a chump when I knew what was coming. I am one sad fucking brine sucker. Over emotional, sappy trash. You're right. I am not better than anybody. I'm worse than anybody. Everybody, all the body. Stop. God, will you just clam up for once in your life? Always carping and carping and carping. You will go completely overboard with your emotions, always looking to reel in drama wherever you can. I am up to my grills in it. I just can't salmon the strength anymore. I can't believe you were doing the fish pun thing while you're breaking up with me. Real nice. Whoops, I mean real nice. Sorry, but really, this shouldn't be as bad as it sounds. When all is said and done, I'm still your friend. We have left our world behind. Everyone is dead, and there's no use in worrying about it now. It's over. It's time to play this game and focus on building something new and exciting. So hang in there, Eridan. I have to go now. Solix is in serious trouble, and I have to go help him. Bye. Wait, don't go. Cuttlefish, Kohler, CC, Trolling, Caligulus, Aquarium, CA, Glub, Boink, Bonk. Ferry, proceed to gate. You're free! Carcat, check on Solix. What the fuck can I say? Crucicinal geneticist CG began trolling twins Armageddon's TA. Bro, are you okay? Hey, oh god. What have I done, Solix? Please tell me that's just honey. Please just be honey. Please just be honey. Please just be honey. Ha ha ha. Okay, make believe time is over. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. It is all your fault. You couldn't get him in before the glob. There, you blubbering goddamn pussy. Honk. Land of tents and mirth. Slap, 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 slap. Gamzee, indulge emotional theatrics. Caligulus, Aquarium, CAA began trolling turbulent, capricious. TC, Gam, I need to talk to Carr. Where is he? He isn't answering. He's busy being slapped motherfucking senseless by the guy who likes knives. But I can relay what message you got, my brother. I don't feel comfortable with that. I have some serious feelings and problems here, and I need some advice. Yeah, I feel you. He's pretty worked up, too. Why? Because our good bro Solix just kicked the wicked motherfucking shit. What the fuck do you mean by that? Are you saying he's dead? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, fuck. Now I feel like an asshole. Yeah, I'd say that an asshole is the thing that's just about what everybody feels like. Carcat blames himself on it, poor motherfucker. But I told him to be chill, and because there's a miracle coming, I can feel it. What is the worst? That is the worst fucking advice. What an awful thing to say. What an awful thing you to say. Magic isn't real, stupid. Stop believing in it. I've got to believe in what my heart tells in me, even if it's a fake thing. Honk. This is a lot of pointless fucking rubbish, and it's no emotional help to him or me either, for that matter. Put Car on. I can't really think about intervening. The black frowning motherfucker kind of scares me. Are you sure I can't help a brother up into his motherfucking chill? I don't know, it probably doesn't matter. My feelings seem petty and meaningless now. She had better things to worry about than my overwrought bullshit. Like the dead guy who saved her, so forget it. Thanks anyways. Bro, my advice is you just kick back and motherfucking snap into some rude elixir and maybe get your wicked zone on. I said my piece. What the fuck are you fucking babbling about? Snatch an ice cold dog. Motherfucking chug that shit like you and the bottle was reunited lovers. Are you recommending a beverage to me or something? Is that what this is? Yeah, man, slam a Fago. I don't have a fucking Fago, you stupid fuck. What? Why would I keep that disgusting shit on hand? Are you motherfucking sure about that? Oh God, you're right. I do. I totally forgot about it. You see, man, motherfucking miracles. Aridin, slam a Fago. You prepare to kick back and motherfucking snap into some rude elixir and maybe get your wicked zone on. It sure would be startling if what followed was a crudely drawn spit take accompanied by an odd, assured exclamation. Aridin plug! What? It's just soda. Not great, but not that bad either. What's the big deal? We all need to settle down here. And still later, the princess prepares to administer a universal remedy for the unawakened. She's gonna eat the dead body! I'm alive! Carcade, blah. Hey, kid, never got the chance to say how much I hate you, every last one of you. Facepalm, combo times 1. Goddamn troll kids, every time you turn around, they're smooching each other. Makes a man want to stab his own gut and puke blood. It is like I'm the kid from the never-ending story. I was chased by some bullies into this fucking attic, and now I'm watching more people kissing and stuff basically forever. How many meta layers removed the story can we get? This attic is spooky. I wish those bullies would just leave me alone. Later, I'm going to ride a long magical dog through the sky and fuck their shit up. Okay. More drinky drink. Ugh, this troll paint is making a mess. This is such a bad idea. Because you fucking forgot to seal your paint! MSPA, quick, become more meta while Andrew Hussey is brooding. Land of stumps and dismay. AH employs a daring execution of author tech, a ladder to self-indulgence behind his own back. It keeps happening. All MSPA readers make a solemn vow to do an aerobatic fucking pirouette off the stump and blow their brains out if it doesn't stop. Keep happening. okay, hahaha. Get back to the story, jackass. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not going fast enough for you? Well, quite frankly, Your Majesty, I don't think you realize what kind of hell I've been through. Do you have any idea how long I have been trapped in this attic? Do you have any idea how fucking scary it is in here? Do you have even the slightest clue how many times the wolf head over there has scared the shit out of me? Wolf? Ah! This is ridiculous. No, this is my life. We're talking about here bullies, wolves, musty attics, huge spiders. Did I mention the spiders? Let me tell you, I got hella spiders up in this. Fuck, this horn fell off. Damn it, piece of shit. Wonder if there's any glue in here. Oh, screw it. Do you have any idea how much power I wield over you? To what extent I can ruin the shit you step in with the squeaky clean Sunday loafer you used to stomp that bookmark and stamp the F key? Day goddamn in the fucking day out. Do you possess even the most infinitesimal kernel of cognization for the degree to which I can make the shorn, shriveling weasel that is the totem sprite representing your wretched fascination with the website squeal in heart-trending remorse? It would be so easy. I could snap my gray, smudgy fingers right now and make you read all the troll romance exposition segments all over again. Back to back to back to back. Oh, you don't think I'll do it? Oh my god. So I'm not going to read this again because we've read it, but I'll scroll down like kind of slowly if you want to read it again. I've already read this. I don't want to read it again. Look at me now. Why is this so long? Wow. That's what just happened, bitch. Booyah. Spike. Alright, now you're definitely trolling us. Come on. H, recap then? Nah, I think we're good. H, reel it in. Yeah, okay, I guess I've trolled you guys enough. Where were we? Oh yeah, Slick. Slick, move this along. It's bad enough you had to watch this smooch a corpse and this kid bawl his eyes out once already, even if it was centuries ago. Next. Invalid syntax. Oh, for the love of why would they even design a button like that if it doesn't print the right advancement characters? You are really tired of mashing the equal key. Space like type equal, then equal, greater than. This moon is different. It's very purple and quiet. Doesn't look like anyone is awake yet. Not like the yellow moon you were just dreaming about. Plenty of friends there, all up and around, making a racket. It was fun for a while until you woke up with honey in your mouth, killed your Lucis, saved a princess, and died. Luckily, you have a couple lives to spare. Most other players only get one extra, but you're kind of a special case. Boy, huh? You there, red and blue eye boy. Hello. I remember this. I did not get the chance to formally greet you. I suspect this is what made you angry. But worry not, I have been brushing up on your troll etiquette. Pardon me while I consult the appropriate pages. It will be a moment. This book is very thick. Just what you need, another voice of an intimately deceased invading your head. Haven't they caused you enough trouble already? Get it out. Troll etiquette sure is confusing. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Oh, jeez. Can't blame me. Solux, blast off. You've wasted enough time on sleeping and dying. You gotta get back to adventuring while the adventuring's good. And also change out of these stupid pajamas. Pachoo! Solux, get back to adventuring. The revived Mage of Doom returns to the land and brains of fire for a surprise rendezvous with the Witch of Life. Hey, what the heck is going on in here? Vriska, get back to adventuring. Somewhere on the land of map and treasure, the thief and the page plunder the untold riches of innumerable pointless side quests. Boondalas! The thief is proving useless, completely unresponsive to commands. You'll need to rely on someone else, someone less stubborn, someone craftier. Switch to 2. While the Knight of Blood charges ahead, the Seer of Mind remains behind to unravel the mysteries of the land of thought and flow. Seer. It is time. It's the voice again. You were wondering when she'd come back. This time you are ready for her. Terezi, retrieve chalk. You search for the appropriate card through your scratch and sniff modus. The card will be unmistakable. It is the only one that smells like a fruity rainbow that makes you sneeze. Terezi, inquire. Time for what? To begin your mission. What mission? You must eliminate the Archagent. Nepeta, surely you must be adventuring by now. Land of little cubes and tea. Why, yes. As a matter of fact, it does appear that the Rogue of Heart has been keeping herself quite busy. Nepeta, aggress. Let's check chat. Saturn disposition. Pound street. Tackle slide, little cubes everywhere. You inquire into whereabouts of the Maid of Time. The Hero Void has no idea where she went. She just disappeared. Aqueous, get up and commence the adventuring. The underlings have been getting enormous lately. Must have been something one of the other clowns' prototype. Speaking of clowns, Aqueous, answer, Carcat. It does not appear to be a message from Carcat directed to you specifically. He has just updated one of the many memos on his trans-timeline bulletin board he set up a while ago. You've since no longer bothered keeping up with the endless and mostly incomprehensible communique. But while checking the update, you can't help but skim through the first memo in the long sequence, which was written hours ago from your present perspective. Aqueous, read first memo. Past carcinogeneticist PCG 612 hours ago. Open public trans timeline bulletin board team Adora Bloodthirsty. PCG 612 hours ago. Open memo on board team Adora Bloodthirsty. Okay, I think I got this. I think I set this up right. Fuck, I should have come up with a better board name. But I guess that's the name. It was supposed to have sense. That's the name that I already read. Wow, that probably won't make any sense to anybody. Whatever. It's just a stupid name. Let's just do this. This is a public bulletin using Trillian's weird trans-timeline features, which I don't even really understand yet, but I'm guessing might be useful. I've included all 12 players in the subscription list, so you should all be able to read these memos at any time. That is, all the memos posted past and future, I think. It could get pretty temporally confusing. Obviously, I'm going to try to keep the memos as simple and linear as possible. Also, let's keep this a one-way only bulletin to make This is simple as possible. Do not reply to my memos. This is not a fucking chat room, assholes. If you have something to say to me in response to a memo, message me in private at the appropriate point on the timeline. First order of business is about the teams. As of now, you all should be aware that there is really only one team and we are all working together. And by now, I mean time local to me as of writing this. So if you're reading this in the past, okay, first of all, how do you even know about this feature already? Second, why didn't you fucking tell me? Whatever, I digress. If you're reading this in the future, then who cares? It's probably old news to you. Actually, now that I think about it, what's so special about reading this in the future? It's like any bulletin board, you post stuff, and it sits there for a while, and people in the future read it. Huh? Big fucking deal, I guess. Past Gallows Calibrator, PGC 551 hours ago, responded to memo. Oh my god, Carcat, who cares? PCG banned PGC from responding to memo. Anyway, like I was saying, one big team, which I have assumed total leadership. I will assume that it will continue to stay this way for the duration of our quest, and that I will remain an impeccable leader for a span of hundreds of hours while I guide all of us to a stunning victory. In fact, I don't even need to assume. I browsed through this whole bulletin in advance, and it does appear to be the case. Go me. In fact, since I've seen what I will write in the future, I wonder what impets I will have for writing it later when I am supposed to. I wonder if I could just copy-paste it. Hold on. Damn, I guess they thought of that. I don't know. I tried to look at the whole bulletin again, but now that I've opened this one from the beginning, I can't see the whole thing anymore. Unless I look at it on one of your computers, or maybe if you send me like the text file of it, would that cause a paradox or something? You know what? This is stupid. I actually remember reading all this shit like half an hour ago, and now I'm typing it anyway. I probably can't avoid typing any of this. How weird is that? I hate time travel. Past Twin Armageddon's PTA 034 hours ago responded to memo. KK, I'm basically just LMAO here at this. Wow. Holy fucking shit. Are you fucking people retarded? Dude, don't worry. I won't fuck up your memo for long. I just can't believe this was the big reason you wanted future me to help you open those ports. To basically just babble about paradoxes and argue with yourself for hundreds of pages. Okay, so you're saying this from like 5 hours in the future just to give me a hard time? Nice. Well, thanks for the help. So, when do I ban you, future boy? A few lines down after I pretend like I'm going to die. I'm sure for a laugh on account of my imminent banning. Fuck. How could you even do that to me? So cold, man. Are you really still snore at me 5 hours ago, 5 hours later for running that virus? God damn it, get over it. It was your fucking virus anyway. You're to blame. No, bro, we're cool about that. No, future you is connecting with me so I can enter the game. Oh, yeah, so thanks for that 5 hours in advance. This is BS, isn't it? Trolling me from the future. How juvenile can you get? No, man, it's true. We are bulge-bumping pupa pals again. Oh, fuck this condescending future know-it-all act. We aren't bumping shit. You're so banned. No, not the ban. It burns. Oh, God. Wait. Oh, God, it does burn. Something's wrong. I'm serious. The horrible psychic noise, the voices, they're all going to die. Oh, shit, I'm bleeding. Shit. This is bad. I have to get her in quick. Gotta go. PACG banned PTA from responding to memo. And so, the porcupine hoof belonging to the swollen hag known as Lady Destiny has stomped another throat. Which one of you fuckers is next? Nobody? Okay, good. I'm fairly sure I remember someone else chiming in before I close this memo. You add disordered shit rinsers can't keep your lavish prongs out of the roho. can you? Solix for future reference or past reference or whatever. If you want to do that kind of role-playing, you can start your own bulletin. You can all act like brain-dead asswipes in your own festering flap of paradox space. Fine with me. Everyone will be so confused by the time paradoxes. It will even distract them from how awful their terrible hobbies are. Choose your classes now. Level 69's Nuxifer is up for grabs. Who wants it? No, that's not an invitation for any of you fucking nerds to come in here and correct me on your goddamn fairy elves. Just do me a favor and keep me banned from that one, okay? I'll return the favor if you nerd up my memos. I seriously can't believe how many fucking nerds are on this team. Just remember, this is my personal podium, a stump, if you will, for sole use by me as leader for important leadership. Got it? Future carcinogeneticist STG 112 hours from now. Responded to memo. Grown, this is so embarrassing. What was I even thinking? Shut the fuck up. Ban FCG from responding to memo. Okay, I'm fed up with this memo. Gonna close it out. You'll hear from me again later when I got something else to say, i.e. just scroll down, you douche. It's all right there already because of time travel. I know, right? Anyway, just to reiterate, full steam ahead. Leader equaled me forever. Obviously, peace the fuck out, D-bags. Current Centaur's testicles, CCT, right now, responded to memo. I like to add to this useless memorandum that I still don't recognize the validity of your leadership. Sweet mother grubs, oozing vestigial third oral sphincter. How can you people be so stupid? It may be true that we are all playing in the same session, but I see no reason to disband the former power structure, especially if it means insinuating a tactical midget with a short fuse, a foul mouth, and paralyzing insecurity over the color of his blood. That's all I have to say. Oh, I have a short fuse. That's very funny. You can almost hear me laughing over the sound of the robot you were probably beating to death or worse, too. Hey, do you kiss your robot? Hey, you do kiss your robots, right? Might as well clear the air as long as we are broadcasting this across the entire space-time continuum. Not usually, ha ha ha. The funny thing is, in the future, everyone will recognize me as the undisputed leader, even you. You will be standing on the tippy toes of your idiotic metal shoes, taking delicate purchase of my nubby horns and hoisting yourself over my head to put your sweatiest tough guy smooch upon my twitching spine lump. It will be tender and differential, like a pauper kissing a noble's ring. Just scroll down, read the logs. Nowhere have I seen evidence of this. Most of this is you from various points in time raving about nonsense and arguing with yourself. Do you realize that here in the future this bulletin has come to be regarded as something of a joke? A lengthy piece of comedy often quoted amongst ourselves in private moments of levity. Hold up, a drinky time. It seems I am the one to inform you of this up front, which is likely why you persist with the ingrating charade against better judgment. You're getting off on this, aren't you? What do you mean? This excites you. Being the tough guy and pretending like you're putting the awesome leader in his place. You're probably working up a good sweat. Hope you alchemicized a bunch of spare towels. Hey, why don't you, and then at them with your spongy brain for extra absorbency. How do you know about my perspiration problem? I mean, aside from reading about it in this memo. Wait, fudgesicles, PCG bans CCT from responding to memo, PCG close memo. Okay, hee wow, oh my god, Dark Text Lady, I get it. No, I don't think so. Where are you? Okay, sorry I asked. What? No, it's okay because I don't want to run out of red because red is the best and tastes the best. You are a strange and funny girl. Carcat, begin another memo. Oh, shit. Current carcinogeneticist CCG return right now. Open memo on board. Team Adora Bloodthirsty. This is as good a time as any to start a new memo. In fact, it's a better time than any because according to the laws of chat client pedestrian, I don't really have a choice, do I? Fuck, it doesn't matter. It's still a good time to do it. People, we need to get organized here. Shit is getting serious. We are about to embark on Operation Reggie Syrup, a cunning plan devised by double archagent Jack Noir to exile the Black Queen. Well, we will need all hands on deck for this, even the idiots. And once again, a reminder, do not troll me in these memos for any point in time or an instant ban. Or it's an instant ban. Also, a note to my future self, if you feel the need to say something smug, do me a favor and shove a throb stock in it. Just sit there patiently and wait for me to become you in the due course of time, thus improving your intellect drastically. Or intellects plural? I forgot, there are a lot of you fuckers out there. All of you, just zip your shoots. I mean, seriously, like, there's nothing better to do in the future. It's the future, for God's sake. Before we get started, let's take a toll of the situation at this point in time. My point in time, who is, and so far, who's not, etc. Future Caligula's Aquarium FCA 311 hours from now responded to memo. Hey, sorry for busting in on the memo, but I can't get a hold of you. You're not answering. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Gam's advice is fucking useless. All he told me was to enjoy a beverage. No, dude, don't drink that shit. If it weren't were up to him, we would all drink Faygo at once in some ritualistic rap clown suicide pact. But instead of committing suicide, the thing that we all accomplish is becoming instantaneous assholes with awful taste. I mean, it's not even that bad, it's just soda, but whatever, that's not the point. This isn't the venue for airing your future problems, Count C. Dipshit. I know, it's just, I got a problem with a fairy, and I'm really kind of sitting here in bad shape about it, emotionally speaking. Okay, well, I get that, I hear you, bro, but this is still not the right place for this, so I gotta ban you. CCG bans FCA from responding to memo, but seriously, just get in touch with me in private about it, okay, man? We'll get your shit straightened out. Okay, everybody good? Is everybody good? Just gonna sit here for a minute, local time, and see if anyone else has any shit they want to scrape off their bulge on to my clean nutrient plateau. Nobody? Great, wonderful. I now officially declare the nonsense portion of this memo to be over. This decree shall be binding and lasting. Back to planning Reggie Syrup. Bear down, everybody. This is fucking important. There is a queen on the loose, and we've got to show a bitch the door. Future Arachnid script FAG 609 hours from now. Responded to memo. Unfucking believable. Carcat, I'm sorry, but do you have any idea how funny this is? I mean, this whole thing, I can't stop laughing. Hey, can future you mind prevent me from hitting the ban button? I'm genuinely curious. Go ahead, try it. To stop me, I dare you. I'm not gonna try. I'm just here to say this whole thing is ridiculous. We don't really need you to pretend to be a little angry general to get any of this done. We kicked the queen out of there, no sweat. It was easy. In fact, I did most of the work myself right before I found all the treasure and scaled up. Scaled all the rungs. Oh, all of them, you say? Fascinating. Fascinating. Hey, forget the ban button. Use your mind powers to help me locate the desperately attempt to give a shit button. Whoops, we both failed. It doesn't exist. Hey, I'm gone. I just think you should relax. You were wound up so tight through the whole adventure, and now you're in the present. You're about to explode. It's insufferable. Everybody, did you hear that? Super Future Vriska has an important life lesson for all of us. We don't have to worry about our present responsibilities and obligations, because as it turns out in the future, all that stuff already happened. We're off the fucking hook. Time to relax. Let's all crawl into our cocoons and get busy stimulating our androgynous shame globes. First one to start a wank fire gets a shiny boon dollar. This is an order from your leader. Ha ha ha. CCG ban FAG from responding to memo. Later, FAG. Too bad the acronym wasn't HAG instead. It would have suited you much better. Instead of that nonsense word, maybe its association with you will colloquially cause it to take on a negative connotation. What do you think? Maybe FAG will be the new burn, even though it really means nothing in our language. I don't know. This is stupid. Forget it. Okay, I'm rambling here. I'm aware of that. Future me, don't you fucking dare weigh in on this. I know what you're thinking. If I were future me, which I guess I am, I would read this and be all over it like, damn, Carcat, what do you think you're doing? Get to the point. Future carcinogeneticist FCG. 020 hours from now. Responded to memo. Yeah, pretty much. CCG ban FCG from responding to memo. So I'm saying to myself already here and now, so I won't have to later. Got it, you trenchant backbiting pricks. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. Maybe I'll pick it up again in a fresh memo later. I don't know if that's right though, because I vaguely remember this one being longer than this. Pass adios Torador PAT 038 hours ago responded to memo. Hey, oh son of a bitch, I thought since it looks like you're saying you're out of important memo stuff to say, maybe you could help me here, since I don't know where you are now, and maybe help me about a thing about that has to do with a girl, like a romance thing you might know about. You people are imbeciles, all of you. I'm not posting these memos to console you on your past and future dating problems. Why are all you such basket cases? I don't even know what to say anymore. Sorry. Should I ban you? What's even the point anymore? One of you stooges will be right on the last one's heels with another sob story. Just hurry up and tell me what your problem is, bro. Okay, I'm sort of lying on Vriska's floor right now, like I'm in her block lying down, because I can't walk. Oh, no shit, really? You can't be serious. When did this happen? Well, yeah, anyway, she tried to kiss me. Well, she didn't try. She actually did and then kind of dropped me. And also, we were wearing costumes. Well, I'm not explaining this well. This is so fucked up. What have you gotten yourself into? And, now to make it, a lot weirder. There is an angry voice in my head. I don't think it's Rufio this time. Rufio's not that angry. He's also imaginary, like a fake made-up friend. You know, like the way fairies are. God, actually, I remember reading this bullshit. Or skimming it, at least. How could I forget? More loony theater, and here I am drawing the curtains for you guys like a dope. Anyway, I think Vriska is upset about it, and she's not talking or anything. What do I do? Okay, well, I can advise you and stuff, but you do realize this is a public bulletin. We should be having this chat in private. Everyone can read this, even her. I mean, fuck. She was just here talking, you dummy. I know I read that, but that's future her, which doesn't seem so bad. Maybe future her could read this, and I guess No, I'm sorry about it. Didn't mean to hurt her feelings. Well, fine. If you don't want to broadcast a trans-timeline apology, then fine. But you should realize the future is kind of a wide open thing. I mean, she could read this like 2 minutes in the future, as well as 600 hours. At that point, you would essentially be talking to present her, completely defeating the purpose of your spineless message and a bottle apology. Oh, yeah, I didn't really think of that. Pass Arachnid script PAG 008 hours ago, responded to memo. Hi. Carcat, shut up. This does not concern you. Okay, whatever. My memo, but whatever. Wow. Hi. Tavros, it's okay, really. So you don't feel that way about me, that's fine. I shouldn't have expected any different. I could deal with it. I'm not a wimp like you. I roll with the bad breaks all the time. No biggie. In fact, I've already have dealt with it. I was over here dealing with it while you were over there on the floor fooling around with your computer after a cute girl tried to kiss you for some reason. As it turned out, fooling around with your computer to go cry on future Carcat's shoulder about this. Yeah. You are a strange and funny boy, Tavros. Oh god, this is completely hilarious. Now I see why everyone has been ripping on my memos. Carcat, I said shut the fuck up. Anyway, though totally unnecessary, your apology is accepted. Okay, now pick yourself off the floor so we could go wring some fucking treasure out of the miserable magic rock. Yeah, I'll try. Actually, never mind. I'll be over there to help you with that too. Kind of like I do with everything. Just lie still and try not to start crying or anything and wait a few minutes for your time frame to catch up with mine. What exactly? I am smarter than you. You see, you're learning. Fuck, enough already. They're great. Another happy couple. And whatever hideous quadrant this batshit pairing will sustain. Now, off you go. CG ban PAT from responding to memo. CG ban PAG from responding to memo. Holy hell, this is exhausting. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Okay, maybe I'll take a minute to collect my thoughts and get back to the topic here. Future cystinogenesis FCG 609 hours from now. Responded to Mumbo. No, you won't. This one was particularly nauseating. In retrospect, I'm shutting this down. FCG banned CCG from responding to memo. FCG closed memo. Hey, Ron, get up, Ron. Get up on those goddamn jelly legs of yours. Go kiss the girl. I said, get your ass up and go kiss the girl, you pipsqueak. You're making me mad, Runt. Kiss that girl. I'll rip your horns off and put them through your eyes. I'll pop them, pop your little head like a grape. You're a wimp, you know that. Make me sick. Kiss her, you wimp. Get up and kiss the girl. You are having trouble bringing yourself to get up and kiss the girl. You kiss that girl this instant. You cannot do that. You cannot kiss the girl. Thief. You will need to be strong. There is important work for you to do. And in time, though prone to distraction and obstinacy, she would, but not alone. To bring every circle close, her partner or rival would have to be guided in tandem. The thief and the seer were to serve as twin lashes of the scourge cracked by a quasi-royal against her own former kingdom to settle a score to make him pay. Scourge's black inches would rip red miles through Durst, and the bright rivers gushing from its wounds would wash her mutineers down the drains of exile. In time, they would have to answer for their treason. Patience would be necessary, but then she recently came into all the time in the universe. Snowman, continue briefing. Okay, then what? Find the ring before he does. Where is it? Retrieve the ring from the royal vault. And then destroy it. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Centuries ago, in the land of raisin, I don't know. And yet, right now, the slip of space was able to vacate the impact site with several features of her buried landscape in tow. She sits atop her session's dormant forge. Can I reply to memo? Not a fucking another memo. Fucking car cat. And his memos. Future carcinogenesis FCG 599 hours ago hours from now, open memo on board Team Adore Bloodthirsty. Fine then, since past me just banned current me from the preceding memo, doesn't appear to give a shit about my future wisdom as usual. Looks like I'll just have to start another memo from scratch. Hey, past me, go have a blast killing the key, and I'm sure it will be awesome. In fact, it was awesome. Bang up job with that one, dude. Too bad it was all... Bang up job with that, dude. Too bad it was all a huge waste of time. Oh, what's that, passhole? You didn't read this and figure that out ahead of time? Or maybe you just skimmed this and it didn't get through your thick skull bulge. What a shock. Memo within memo to present itself put forth a more concentrated effort to impress upon everybody in the past, myself included, which a bunch of fucking idiots they are. What a bunch of fucking idiots they all are. I am learning a valuable lesson today. It turns out you can't alter the outcome of decisions made by morons, no matter how much you yell at them. All you can really do is give them a hard time and try to make their lives just a little more miserable. Which sounds like a more noble pursuit than changing destiny for the better anyway, frankly. Losers should be forced to face the music even for the mistakes they haven't made yet. Their punishment is being allowed to make the mistakes in the first place. Talk about poetic justice. And then getting suddenly berated before, during, and after the mistakes are being made is just the mucus on the grub loaf. The sweet, tangy mucus. This is dumb. Why did I ever think these memos were going to be a good idea? Nobody cares. I mean, nobody's even trolling me anymore. And I'm leaving myself wide open too, saying some pretty dumb things here. I guess maybe I wrote too many and filled too many of them with long arguments with myself. No one's going to read through all of this. All the valuable information is just getting lost in the yelling. You stupid, stupid idiot. Oh, fuck you. Why'd you even start another memo then, I guess? There are a couple of things I want to get off my chest, okay? Oh, God. Now I'm arguing with current me. I didn't even notice I was doing it. This is really fucked up. I've got to pull it together. Think back to what we might have done wrong. But the thing is, as much as our past selves are a bunch of stubborn, unlistening assholes, I can't even really identify any mistakes we made. It was all pretty much like clockwork. A 600-hour campaign to complete a game like this is pretty good if you ask me, and I have asked me. It turns out me agrees. I can't shake the feeling someone else must be responsible for this. It doesn't seem like it was something that was supposed to happen in our session. Solix has the same intuition about it as me. He thinks there's something fishy about it. It's really insufferable the way her fish puns have rubbed off on him. It kind of makes me want to vomit. Anyway, he says he's working on tracing the origin of this disaster. If I find out who's responsible, I will. I don't even want to think about it now. Waste of a good fresh rage. I'm a little tired of all the old things I've been angry about. It's gotten so stale. In a weird way, I'm sort of looking forward to having something new to be pissed off about. It's not like there's anything else to live for now anyway. So I'm keeping my prongs crossed. It will be like fucking 12th Paragee's Eve up in here. Last Sweep's Eve was probably the last happy memory I have, in fact. What did you guys do for the last holiday? Anyone? I remember my Lucis had been gone for 2 days, and I was starting to get worried. But then he finally returned triumphant. He brought the fresh behemoth leaving into our hive, and together we decorated it. And I don't know, that's all I can say. I'm getting a lump in my squawk blister. I guess I'm done. I'm going to lie down now on the steel floor of this frigid meteor, drifting through the black, uncaring void of our Null session. Null kind of like this memo, I guess. Later, current Grand Auxiliatrix CGA right now responded to memo. I don't think we did anything special. Wow, hey, what? Last 12th. We stayed in, and I read stories to her. It was nice. Oh, that's cool. This is the first time you've responded to a memo that I can recall. You took it right down to the wire. I was just about to close this thing. Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but then I noticed a conversation in which I was a participant, which, as it turns out, is the conversation taking place now. I scanned it briefly and then perused other memos for my presence. I found none and returned to this one. But my part of this conversation was gone. I regarded this as a prompt to begin typing and record my contributions live. That is how this works, isn't it? Pretty much. For a while it was frustrating. When I discovered the feature, I kind of breezed through all of my future memos, not really reading all of them carefully or thoroughly. Then I looked at it again and the whole board was gone, because it was time to make it in the first place, so I did. And then I kept making memos with only foggy recollections of what they contained, while all of these other chumps from different times kept giving me shit, including myself, but it was all good, because as I eventually became my own future selves and got to be on the other sides of those conversations and could do my past selves the service of informing them how stupid they were being, I stopped bothering trying to remember how many of these memos went. Honestly, the last few weeks have been a blur to me, just nonstop yelling at myself, haggling with past and future knuckleheads, killing monsters and solving puzzles, cycling through all the gates and planets like 100 times, zigzagging down to the battlefield, out of the Veil, over to Prospect, back to Durst, and now, and on and on and on like that until we thought we won. But we didn't win, we lost. We lost as hard as fat guys fall. What exactly happened? Did you read the memo just before this? No. Give it a read. I'm done ranting about all that for now. Alright, in a moment. But yeah, that's how Trillian's timeline stuff works. You'll get used to it, or not, since apparently this is your only memo reply. You were pretty shrewd in sidestepping this whole clusterfuck. It seems like a logical way to engineer a system wherein one simultaneously functions as the reader and author of the transcripts. It's temporarily sound construction. Then you're the only one who thinks so. Hell, you probably would have been a better maid of time than the one we were stuck with. She's completely shit-hive maggots. Don't even get me started. I think we were given the rules to challenge us that don't necessarily suit our strengths. At least I was. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Sure you do, or you will. Trust me, you'll do fine. So, what prompted you to respond anyway? I mean, aside from being strong-armed by conversational predestination. Predestination. Oh, that, at this point, I'm not even sure if I'm inclined to ask anymore. You might not have a choice. Do you remember if this memo was much longer than this? There is a good way to go, I think, yeah. Then might as well spit it out. It's such a silly question. Red or black? What, your problem? Does it pertain to red rom or black rom interests? That's not what this is about. Come on, people have been using these memos to sift through their romantic problems for weeks. I'm a fucking veteran at this shit by now. Seriously, I don't mind. It will be a welcome reprieve from shouting at myself. I'm not sure what to say about it. Didn't you at least get a sense of what this conversation was about when you skimmed it? Not really. If I were thinking about it, I probably wouldn't have wanted to anyway. Don't you think it's better to have unrehearsed conversations, even if the subject matter is awkward? Yes, I completely agree. It's good you didn't read it. We can avoid that sort of verbal slapstick routines I'm sick of fucking death of by now. I'm so tired of people being all coy and telling me what we're about to say before we say it, and then we wind up fucking saying it anyway. And then we prove to the invisible Riddler that is Father Time beyond a shadow of a doubt. With a bunch of fucking idiots we are. Do you have any idea how old that gets after a while? So really, tell me. I know it's on your mind. I got a sense for these things. R or B. Okay, read them, but I guess not really read enough, huh? Well, isn't that always the case? Story as old as time, even in places where, strictly speaking, time didn't exist until recently. Who's the target of these flush leanings, if you don't mind me asking? It's not the asking I mind, it's the telling in a public forum. I don't think anybody's reading. Did you notice anyone else join in later? No, it appeared to just be the two of us. See, nobody cares enough to bother. I don't know whether that's reassuring or just a bit disheartening. Well, I didn't mean it like that. Their disinterest is more a reflection on me than you. Disinterest is the operative concept here. She's not even responding to my messages anymore. Could be busy, but I'm rapidly approaching a resolution to discard the preposterous infatuation. Well, I guess that narrows it down somewhat. Shit. If I think back on events, knowing this I could probably piece it together. How about if I agree to consult with you about it in private? We could drop it here before you crack me like a vault with your weird romance sleuthing acumen. Alright, deal. It still puzzles me that you are so versed in the topic. Do you have access to a manual archived on a remote server somewhere? What? No, of course not. I don't actually know all that much. I just know the stuff will drive you shit-hive maggots if you don't figure out how to deal with it. That figure of speech you keep using puzzles me too. Like, not that I expect you to give a shit, but personally I'm all twisted up about Black Rom stuff especially. Honestly, I don't think I was cut out to have a Christmas. I think my standards are way too high. Did you know that? This feels so insane to admit, but over the course of this adventure, at times I actually began to suspect I was my own Christmas. How fucked up is that? I'm not qualified to say. Neither romance nor psychology are my strong suit. But obviously it's not true. I've never even did any legit time traveling where I could meet myself. I just bickered with past and future ghosts on a chat client. Fitting, really. Every colligonous adversary I've contemplated has eluded me like a phantom. Even myself. Whatever, I'm done with it. And what of Scarlet Ambitions? Fare any better in that quadrant? No, I am not airing that shit out here. Maybe privately. It's private. Let's change the subject. What were you originally going to ask me? Oh, fine. Here's the silly question for you. I was wondering, given your vantage of hindsight, if you had cause to observe at any point in time magic, like real magic, I guess. What I'm asking is magic a real thing? Well, you're right. That's kind of, the dumbest fucking question I've ever heard. I know, it's just that I have a good reason to believe magic is real. Our ancient predecessors discovered how to use it. But then they may have surpassed us in skill by a great deal. You put way too much stock in that ratty old guide. But anyway, no, we never used magic. I mean, let me try to put into perspective how ridiculous the whole notion is. Anyway, we can alchemize practically anything with the right materials and grist. We can and did make super powerful weapons and items that do practically anything. With additional advantage, what additional advantage could magic offer? All this shit is practically magic anyway. But more like goofy, sciencey magic, you know? Sure, but everything here is kind of magic in a way, isn't it? Fortune-telling dream clouds and golden moons and shit. If you look around, there's magic everywhere in this bitch. It's all around us. Motherfucking miracles, right? What do you need magic for anyways? I'm running out of ideas. I need to figure out a way to stoke this volcano. In case you and the others are successful in recovering the Queen's ring. You'll figure it out. You won't need magic, trust me. Just be patient, the answer will come to you somehow. I guess you would know. Yeah, really, there's nothing to worry about, at least as far as the details of the adventure go. We were all pretty awesome at this game, really awesome in fact, until a little while ago. When it turned out we weren't actually all that awesome, turns out we were pretty fucking unawesome all along. Still baffled by what would conceivably cause such a crisis in awesomeness post-victory. Well, for starters, have you scrolled up to the top of the timeline yet? No, check that out. Maybe read a few recent memos, but other than that, it's not for you to concern yourself with. Just deal with getting through the quest. I'll catch up with you about it when you catch up with me on the timeline, which just happens to be right now. Say hi to me for myself, okay? I probably won't do that, but alright, haha. What the hell are you doing over there anyway? You mean future me? Yeah, you're messing around with your chainsaw. Well, Tavris is sleeping on the floor. Oh god, fuck, what are you doing? What did I do? Future Carcinogenesis 2, FCG2, 600 hours from now, responded to memo. Okay, everything's fine, I guess. What happened? I passed out for about an hour. Fucking embarrassing. You are out of your goddamn mind, you know. Shit hive maggots, you mean? Yeah, in a good way, though. Okay, I'm shutting this memo down for my past self, since he's currently lying unconscious on the floor an hour ago. See you in the future then. In the future now. Till then, FCG2 ban CGA from responding to memo. FCG2 ban FCG from responding to memo. FCG2 close memo. Kanaya, scroll up. Terezi, fly up. Swoop. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Hey, Terezi. Hey, hi. Sniff, 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 sniff. Hee. Sniff, sniff. Terezi, respond. Carcinogenesis CG began trolling Gallows Calibrator GC. Okay, I got your message. Thanks for not hassling me about it in one of the memos to get my attention. I appreciate that. Unless you did, but it was in a future memo I haven't written yet, in which case, have a big time fuck you about that in advance. No, I didn't bug you about it in your stupid memos. They are annoying and I'm tired of getting banned for no reason. Posting them at all is the reason. You're not supposed to reply memos, period. That's the reason. Maybe I will start my own bulletin board and everyone will be allowed to reply anytime they want. Except for guys with nubby horns. Oh no, they will not be able to reply at all. Grumpy carcats will be expressly forbidden from Rainbow Rumpus Party Town. Sounds lame. By the way, that will be the name of the board in case it wasn't clear. Yeah, I got that. This is an empty thread because if you made a board at any point on the timeline, I would be able to see it right here and read the whole thing already. Wait, oh god, you actually did. Yes! Future Terezi is looking pretty cool right now, right about now. Well, I don't care about the Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory. What's all this about? Going after the Queen's ring? Well, the thing that is all about it is we have to go after the Queen's ring. It is a new mission, but we're still in the middle of trying to pull off Reggie Syrup with Jack. Why don't we take it one mission at a time? Yeah, about that. The whole point is to destroy the ring so Jack doesn't get it. Why would we want to do that? Jack's an ally. Also, the mission sort of involves exiling Jack too. This is bullshit. We're not exiling Jack. He's cool. Carcat, he's not that cool. Yes, he is. He's a total badass with a fuck ton of blades and shit, and he's helping us out. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute that you sort of look up to him like that, but seriously, I don't get a good feeling from him. He kind of stinks. Let me act shocked like I didn't see that coming. Shock face. Fuck, I forgot my horns. I always forget them. Shock face. No, well, sort of. He doesn't smell bad, actually. He smells really clean and shiny and dark, like an oil slick, and there is a tiny hint of licorice there, too. It's more like the way he moves. I smell his smooth motions and the way he squints his eyes, and it gives me this really nervous feeling. What a surprise! You are dragging your schizophrenic nose into this. What an outstanding character witness. Objection, your tyranny, ha ha ha. Smiley face. The bottom line is I'm not going to exile Jack because of you believing and smelling malice off an interpretive dance. Carcat, he's a jerk. He has stabbed you on more than one occasion. Some of those stabbings were accidental. Sad face. Okay, well, I know for a fact the third time was accidental. Anyway, you've beaten the shit out of me a few times yourself. But I didn't draw blood. I mean, I could have to satisfy my curiosity, but I didn't. As a courtesy to you, since you still want to keep it a secret from me like a petulant little wiggler. Yeah, I promise I tell you, I just wasn't ready, okay? Well, it's okay. I know what color your blood is anyway. No, you don't. Yep, I totally do. Lies, I've been very careful, not like all you classless shitbags who slop your blood all over the place every goddamn minute like it's some fucking weird fetish. Grrr. Huh? What? Blar. Hold on. What is it? I said hold on. Sometimes it's hard to pick out the letters from the halo projection. I need to get a closer look. Are you licking your glasses again? I hate it when you do that. It's fucking disgusting. Not the way to break your Teresa, get a closer look. That is better. It's much easier to read your color this way. Your drab, dirty pavement gray, on top of bright candy red like a shiny lollipop. Does that sound familiar, Carcat? Yes, I'm extremely familiar with this sort of nonsense by now, sure. No, I mean gray on red, like the way your skin conceals your blood. What? Candy red, like your planet. You have strong cherry cough syrup in your veins. It is completely delicious. Who told you? Did Jack tell you? No. He doesn't talk much. I figured it out myself. How? I got a closer look, remember? No. You are playing so dumb. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I cleaned up my wound and changed my shirt before I even met you. I've been extremely careful, so you're gonna have to fill me in. It was when I got close enough to smell it under your skin. Please, Carcat, do not pretend that you forgot about our little moment. Whoa, you mean during fuck? Oh, shh. Let's not talk about this, not here. This isn't a memo, it's a private correspondence just between us, remember? I know, but damn it, writing all these memos has made me paranoid. It doesn't feel secure chatting about it over the client. I don't know. We could talk about it in person? How in person do you mean? Look at my eyebrows getting carried away here. Carcat, help, they're out of control. Those are eyebrows? I thought they were horns. They are horns too. They're whatever I want them to be. Don't change the subject by being cute, where apparently I just can't fucking help myself, can I? Nope, how can you even smell so damn well anyway? You gave me a hard time about being coy about shit, and then it comes to your crazy senses, you're so vague. It's like trying to decipher the daily horoscope riddle, or the riddles for all 48 signs combined. Ugh, you are a relentless subject changer. Fine, it's okay if you don't want to talk about it. God, you are so shy for an angry guy who wants to be a big shot leader. It's ridiculous. Well, we'll talk, I promise. Why don't you just say some stuff about yourself for a change? And cut me some slack, okay? I'm sure I mentioned after you met my sprite, I learned from her through my dreams, before she hatched. Yeah, but it's still so vague. That's the whole point. How about a straight answer? Okay, I'll try. When I went blind, that's when I first woke up, and my Lucis helped me wake up. Sort of. You mean on Prospect's moon? Yes, but except for a very brief moment. I was blind in my dreams, too. The dream self-image I project can't see because I guess deep down I don't really want to. Why is that? Is it out of spite to Vriska? I know I'd probably be cool with it out of spite more than anything. No, that's not... No, not that. There wasn't some satisfaction in being okay with it. Grateful about it even. Making sure she knew that, but that's not it. The day it happened was the first time I ever heard from my Lucis. She woke me up and ever since has been teaching me a different way to see, a different way to perceive everything, I guess, not just in a sensory way. Okay, so why did you never tell me any of this? You wouldn't have gotten it. Even now, you still don't really. You have not even seen Skaya yet. How am I supposed to wake up? I don't know. Something different does it for everybody. How many of us are awake now? How much of the future did you see before we started in the clouds like Kanaya? Also, how did you go blind anyway? What did she do to you? I don't know why you're so cagey about that. I still don't see how she could blind you without being anywhere near you. Obviously, she can't control you, so what gives? Carcat, shut up. God. How about if you tell me all about that stuff next time we are in person? In fact, I will tell you when you wake up. Until then, I will keep tabs on you in your tower while you sleep like a little horny pajamaed pupa nestled in his cocoon. Wait, let me guess. Do I look adorable? Actually, you look kind of like a big pile of smelly barf. Wow, what the fart? Fuck, of course you do, dumbass. Okay, then good, I guess. Okay, I've got to fly. Don't worry about the ring mission. You can stay busy with Reggie Syrup. I will organize the new mission myself later. Wait, Terezi, please don't tell them about my blood. I want to tell them, I will tell them later, once they respect me as leader. Okay, I will keep that secret if you keep this one I tell you, which is that between you and me, Carcat, I think they already do. Bye, Gallows Calibrator GC, Cease Trolling, Carcinogeneticist, Cease Trolling, Gallows Calibrator GC, Carcinogeneticist, begin trolling, Gallows Calibrator GC, Heart, Carcinogeneticist CGC, Trolling, Gallows Calibrator. What is this? Oh, okay, it's a password thing for retcon. SBAHJ Terezi abscond. Kid, where did you go? I was just going to show you my stabs. Ah, Seer, what? Are those rings? Time to fly up away to sky? Are you fucking piece of garbage? Okay, bye, Terezi. Bye, Terezi. Bye. Pause. Make her pay. here. So I'll take you inside tomorrow. Atta girl. Dee Dee, move this along. Someone needs to grab the reins of timeline management here. These delinquents waste too much time. Can't seem to conduct their business with any efficiency at all. Payback scenarios notwithstanding, there is always time to be made for a good comeuppance. Skip to the end. Quit bossing me around. I'm not okay with it. I know what I'm doing. That is what I like to hear. As you were then. Claudia, skip to the end. Future apocalypse arisen. FAA to 216 hours from now. Open private trans timeline bulletin. And has always served as a log of past events for future selves to record and a guide of future events for past selves to follow. I don't know which half of its roles has been or will be more important. Possibly neither is critical, since deviation from the course is mostly impossible and reflection on its transversal is completely irrelevant. But I am typing this anyway because I am bored. Past apocalypse arisen. PA 601 hours ago responded to memo. And here I was thinking we were finished taking orders from voices. We've only swapped the imperatives of the dead with those of our future selves, who are also dead. Yes, it seems that way. Oh well, it was an enjoyable reprieve from fatalism while it lasted. I nearly managed to savor it. An arrow narrowly avoided then. I think we should refrain from dialogue in this memo without resorting to bannings or absurd exchanges of self-repudiation. Yeah, I agree. I just thought I'd interject that and go. Okay. We will and have already amassed an army to confront the Black King, an army consisting of our alternative future selves, each one rerouted from a doomed offshot to the Alpha timeline, each given another chance at a constructive influence over the ultimate outcome. By the way, if you didn't know already, a future self returning to the past from a doomed timeline will always be slated for imminent destruction herself. It's one of the rules, and the unfortunate reality is this will and has always been a mass suicide mission, or it would be, and already it would have been if we all weren't already dead. Mobilizing ourselves in such numbers would be required to neutralize the king's psychic attacks. It would take our combined concentration to dampen the abilities he inherited for a glob. Without the commutative effort of our doomed reservoirs, without the heightened mental and physical endurance of our robotic vessels, without the untimely demise we all shared before this began, victory would not be possible. He would kill us all with one dreadful sound. I don't know if it was just bad luck or an execution of the curse Karkat insists he brought on us that led to the incidental and unfortunate or unfutatious prototyping of Feferi's powerful Lucis. Without which the battle would have posed little challenge, I think. It was more likely just another inevitability, a product of collusion between the disparate forces at play, A bargain struck between what Skaya knows already and what the gods demand up front. Together they orchestrate a trial sufficient to ensure that in overcoming them we would be proven worthy of inheriting the ultimate reward. Ribbit, whoops. And so it would be, and has been already, that while distracted by the combined efforts of our doomed legion, the king would be aggressed by the others, and even though each would be well prepared, perched on the highest rungs of their ladders, equipped with the best weaponry Gris could build, versed in the deadliest fray motifs of boon dollars could buy, even though the meteors from the king's own reckoning would be turned against him. And even with one impossibly lucky roll of the dice at the final moment, we would only narrowly succeed. But ultimately, we would prove our worth, and the reward would be within our reach, but only momentarily. Before we would be able to claim it, we would be interrupted by something, which be ushered into our session by a rift in paradox space. A rift which we would determine will be opened by 4 members of a fledgling species, who will be playing in another session of the same game that we will and have already played. Their rift will lead to the great undoing without necessarily causing it, not directly. Such rifts are themselves supposedly benign, useful even. They are cataloged phenomena within the game itself, with a provided means of creating them, and a wide range of scenarios for which it might be prudent to do so. The Insphere locals have a more formal term for them. They typically refer to such a rift as a scratch. The direct effects of a scratch are limited to the session invoking it. We would not experience or observe those effects from our session, but we would experience the consequences in the form of that which prevented us from claiming our reward. He whose hand would be forced by the scratch to emerge from hiding. But there would be no adequate way to prepare, even with all the foresight at our disposal, for a foe more powerful than the king we will and have already defeated, for a demon who is indestructible, omnipotent, and arranged. While the rest of the party would abscond, our duplicates would buy us time. They would all be killed again. All except for me. This is just as well, I suppose. What would we even do with all those copies anyway? We would return to the site of our hatching, so to speak, where we would hide amidst a veil depleted by the reckoning, and wait, drifting in the wide orbit of our soon-to-be null session, and banished from the universe we left behind. Doop-a-doop-doop. And yet, in being denied the ultimate reward, we would be barred from entry into the universe we created. What is it? Well, come here. Come here. Judy. Get there. Okay. Lay down. of Act 5, Act 1. You know what's funny? Carcat hates